Hello friends, and welcome to this no-cook meal prep. You heard that right. Today's video, we are doing a no-cook meal prep. I'm gonna be prepping 3 different lunches for me to take to work this week that involve zero cooking. So hit the red subscribe button, turn on your notifications, and let's go. If you are new here or you've been around, let me introduce myself. My name is Kim and I am on the WW Blue Plan. I've been following Weight Watchers as part of my journey to lose 100 pounds, and I have maintained my weight loss for the most part, ups and downs, over the course of the past 10 years. So everybody loves to talk about meal prep. How do you lose weight? Meal prep. And here's my thing about meal prep. I want to do it. I know it is helpful in terms of work-life balance to do it, but I really don't want to spend my time on a Sunday afternoon, 3 hours in the kitchen doing meal prep, especially if it's just for lunch and breakfast. I have done a meal prep video where I cooked from the Skinny Taste cookbook, but I cooked all my meals for an entire week. Well, not all my meals, but all my dinners. And so that was really helpful. But now that I'm back in the office, and so I'm now back to packing my lunches, and I have a different schedule, so to speak, for an office. We work 7 to 5 Monday through Thursday, and then 8 to 12 on Friday. So I get half day Fridays. It's amazing. But that means I have to be like on my game in the morning. And then when I get home at night, it's all about feeding the family, getting the kids, making sure their homework's done, getting them baths, making sure they don't stink, they're not like complete savages. And at the end of the night, I really don't want to like pack my lunch for the next day. So I decided to do this no cook meal prep, get everything ready, and I can just like be eating some really delicious food, hopefully, and some healthy food that will help me stay on track, help me avoid carry out. And then I know I mentioned it too, like I use my lunch breaks for exercise. So I will take my bike to work, I will do a run, a walk, whatever. I also have access to swim at work, which is pretty clutch. But I don't do that. But anyway, that way I'm not like running to get fast food, or really my go-to lunch is actually a bento box from a local Japanese restaurant. But anyway, we're gonna get into this meal prep. Ingredients for this meal prep, and this is what is gonna make it no cook. I have a can of chickpeas, but you could do this depending on how you mix up the flavors. What's great about this is we are doing some basic ingredients that you can flavor any way you want. So you could do something similar to this every week, but change the flavor. So chickpeas. The other ingredient are these Tyson grilled and ready oven roast diced chicken breast. Now, yes, I could buy chicken breast. I could cook them in the Instant Pot, the slow cooker, the oven, on the stove, whatever I wanted to do. But I don't want to cook. That's the whole point of this video. Well, I was going to do this without the video, but this is such a time saver. You have to know where to spend your time. And if this is going to make you meal prep, buy this. And they have varieties at Aldi, at, store brand prices. So you can do whatever you want. I just sent my husband to the store, so this is what he bought me. To get this meal prep started, I'm gonna open my chickpeas right here. I don't even have to get out a can opener. How handy is that? Okay. So with chickpeas, you're gonna drain them and rinse them. And I kind of cheat on that. I just rinse them in the can. But if you wanted to actually do it how you would supposed to, you would put it in a colander and you would rinse them and do whatever. Our first meal prep lunch is going to be the easiest. And this is a cheat, like, I'll be honest. So I'm gonna take my little glass cook dish, whatever, And I'm gonna put about half chickpeas. And I do have to be careful what I take to work, and the glass is really helpful. So I am a writer and I work in an office in the marketing department, but I work at a manufacturer. And so there is fiberglass in our building. And sometimes the food can like absorb the fiberglass odor. It's weird, but so the glass helps prevent that. It's also good for the environment. So we have chickpeas, chicken, lid, snap shut, and this will go with the Progresso Light Chicken Noodle Soup. 2 points per can if you're on the WW Blue plan. So what I love to do with this is add more chicken and add the chickpeas, and it bulks it up. And so you could also add some vegetables to also bulk it up. And I just take a big bowl, like a mixing bowl. My coworkers are used to how I eat. So there you go. Meal 1, soup. Meal number 2, we're also going to take some help. And I have a little bit bigger of a dish. I'm not measuring. Since chicken is 0 points on the blue plan, I'm just not going to do it. And a little protein never hurt you. Grilled chicken is probably not how we are struggling with our weight. My WW leader back in the day said she didn't like worry about fruit portions because she didn't put on weight eating grapes, you know? So I probably did not put on weight eating grilled chicken. I'm gonna put some chickpeas in there. There we go. And then we have 2 options here. So I have the Minute Cook Jasmine Rice. This is where most of our points for this lunch will come from. And I can leave it in the dish and just take that to work, or I can cook it in the microwave now. But to be honest, I'm just not even gonna worry about it. So I'm gonna just put my chickpeas and my chicken there. But that's boring. Like, who just wants to eat chickpeas and chicken? The family, I'm sorry. So this is where we're gonna add a little bit of flavor. Just take a glass dish, it adds flavor. Actually, I broke a glass in the sink the other day because I was mad that there was so much mess on the counter. And I threw a cutting board in there. Now, lesson learned. Don't complain about the mess. So, reduced fat, light mayonnaise from Hellmann's. This is 1 point per tablespoon. But if I go a little over, I don't stress about it. So, just a good squeeze of that. I have just some lemon juice in the bottle. Sometimes I measure. I just put a little in here. So we have some lemon juice there. Then I have some minced garlic. I'm going to get out a little spoon. Now, if you don't plan on kissing your coworkers, I don't know, or being really close. See, in our office, we have all those plexiglass divisions now to keep us safe, and masks, so you don't have to worry about stinky garlic breath. So just a little bit of garlic, and then, because I love garlic, a little bit of the garlic juice. I have a little bit of salt, and I just kind of, ooh, that's a lot. I'll just take a little pinch, just to add that flavor. Throw the rest in the sink. That's not going to break the glass. And then this will be where, like, your preference comes in. Is this new? Okay, so I have some turmeric. Turmeric is one of those, like, super fancy hip foods that is supposed to be really good for anti-inflammatories. And the foil thing is stuck in there, and I'm just not going to mess with it. Let's be honest. So, again, like, a little bit will do you. And be careful, because this will add a lot of color. So I'm just gonna stir this up. And this was inspired by a blogger, Iowa Girl Eats. She has a lot of gluten-free dishes on her. We're gonna taste test this too. Oh, that's so good. So, when I get to work, I will warm up my chicken and chickpeas. I will cook my rice. And then I will pour this on top. Now, it's also possible. Is that? Okay. Why do I buy these? Feeling like I have a hair stuck in my eyelash. So I also have this arugula from Trader Joe's. I love this. It's just a little bit peppery and I feel like it holds up. It doesn't get super soggy, in my opinion, if you want to trust me. So I might also put just like a little container or a Ziploc baggie of arugula and throw that in there. Just for something green. Or you could also put some uncooked spinach in your chicken and chickpea box. I also thought diced tomatoes would be nice, but I don't have any. Can you even have a lunch meal prep without a mason jar salad? I mean, like, spring is coming. Let's have a mason jar salad. Or is that like so 2018, 2016? I don't know. But I have mason jars, so let's have a mason jar salad. So the key with the mason jar salads is all about the order you put the ingredients in. I'm just shaking up my dressing. Shake, shake, shake. And this is one from Trader Joe's, and it is a balsamic and fig. And I'm guessing 2 points for 2 tablespoons because it's 60 calories, 3.5 grams of fat. But it is so good. I enjoy it. It's a little twist on a balsamic vinaigrette. So with this, you're going to start with your mason jar. And you probably, I would measure out dressing. But you know what? We're just going to go for it. That might be too much. Next up, with the mason jar, I'm just gonna put my chickpeas. Now, I'm gonna put my chicken in one of these. One, because this chicken is frozen, we just bought it. I think Mark went to Kroger. But also, I like my chicken warm on a salad. I don't want cold chicken on a salad. I know the salad is cold, and maybe cold chicken makes sense. But it just doesn't make sense to me. So, my chicken is all set there. Let's see if this lid goes on. My poor dog is so whiny. She's so sad because the kids are outside playing, but they're playing in the front yard, and she's not allowed in the front yard. So she's just gonna have to live, and it's raining, and they're getting all muddy. See, she's like, just let me out. So, chicken here, and I will warm that up at work. Next up, I'm just gonna throw my chickpeas. The can says 3.5 servings per the can. We split this between 3 meals. You know, however you want to do it. So next up, we're going to add some grape tomatoes. What we're going to do, be careful if you try to do this at home. Let's move this. Move everything out of the way. I have a serrated knife. I like serrated knives for tomatoes. I'm going to put my hand here. In theory, you're supposed to use a plate, but and you just slice through half. So this way, you can cut multiple tomatoes at one time. So I put 3. But let's do a little more than 3. And you could, one of the things you could also do is if you wanted to be mindful and watch your points, you could heat up the minute rice, split the rice between your chickpea chicken with the turmeric mayonnaise, and then you can put the other rice in here. I don't like rice on salads, per se. And then also I would want the rice to be warm, so I would put that in with my chicken. But it's just an option if you wanted it. So we're gonna finish with our tomatoes. One of my favorite things on the planet is blue cheese. Now, originally I had sent or requested fat-free feta, but Mark was not in the area of our Trader Joe's, so we went ahead and just went with the blue cheese because blue cheese is so good. I am gonna go ahead and measure the blue cheese, and the only clean measuring spoon I have is a teaspoon. So I'm gonna go with that. Should hopefully just be 1 point worth of cheese. So 2, 3, 4. Now, one of the things with mason jar salads is I feel like they're never big enough because I like to eat. I like, oh, look at you, Yeti girl. Oh, do you want to say hello? Do you want to say hello? Oh, no, she does not want to say hello. I'm sorry. She's a little rude. Okay, back to the salad. I feel like they're just not big enough. So that's another perk of putting the chicken on the side is I get a lot more bulk with the greens. I'm just gonna shove these. And what's great for a mason jar salad with using a green like arugula is that you're not gonna have to worry about getting soggier. So you always put the greens at the top. You don't have the dressing mixing in. You don't want soggy or gross stuff. And you could do spinach with this, and you can kind of mix it up. So you could do also black beans, corn, tomatoes, maybe a little shredded cheese and go for like a Southwest flavor. You could also do our chicken rice with black beans and throw a little salsa on there with the mayonnaise. Or one of my WW tricks is to mix salsa and ranch. It's so good, because it's just salsa and ranch, and you put them together. They love each other. Okay, so that is done. I have just plastic jar lid. There we go. I swear I can do it. So we have 3 no-cook lunches all done, meal prepped for the week. So I am only at work 3 days this week, so that's why I did 3. And then I do like to give myself wriggle room for 1 meal out. We have our chicken and chickpeas with our turmeric mayonnaise, and we'll put the jasmine rice. Where is that? Where is it? There we go. That's our lunch 1. We have our mason jar salad with grilled chicken. We have the balsamic fig. You could just use a balsamic vinaigrette. Chickpeas, grape tomatoes, blue cheese, arugula. And then we have number 3, which is super great in a pinch. We have our chicken noodle soup with chickpeas and chicken there. And because I have longer days, I do pack a lot of food in my lunchbox. So I always try to include some kind of yogurt. This week I bought the Oikos 000. These are 2 points on the WW Blue plan per container. And I love these because they have 15 grams of protein. I will also portion out some baby carrots. I have peaches in naturally sweetened juice, so stevia juice. And these are 0 points, so I will take those. And I also, in my desk right now, because you need a snack drawer, I have the Special K pastry crisps, which are technically 4 points, but sometimes I count them as 2. And then I might have a couple Built Bars. I also have some microwave popcorn, the 100 calorie bags, which are 3 points on the WW Blue plan. Well, thank you so much for coming along this meal plan, meal prep journey with me today. It was super quick, and hopefully it looks super easy, and it takes some of the stress out of packing your lunch for work, or even if you're working from home, or you know, you're retired, or you're staying at home with your kiddos. It's still important to kind of prep that and just have yourself set up for a successful week, because unless you're going out, who wants to blow points at lunch? Like, to me, I want to have a good dinner with my family, or maybe have a really great breakfast, because I love breakfast. Do you want to go to a diner? Anyway, again, thank you so much for watching. My name is Kim. Be sure to click that red subscribe button, turn on your notifications, like this video, and until next time, do something you love.